everyone, my name is Rebecca, and I'm the Nutrition and Menu Specialist with District 6 Nutrition Services. As the Nutrition and Menu Specialist, I do all sorts of things. One of the main things that I do is plan the menus for all of our food programs. I also maintain the special dietary needs process for our district. This means that if a student has a food allergy, I make sure that they receive the foods and beverages that keep them safe. I'm also a dietitian. As a dietitian, I make sure that kids are getting healthy foods and beverages and lots of physical activity to make sure that your bodies and minds stay strong and healthy. Today, we're going to make hummus. Have you ever heard of hummus? Hummus is a dip or a spread that originated from the Middle East. Hummus typically involves chickpeas, or what we also call garbanzo beans, and lots of other yummy ingredients. To make this recipe today, we will need 2 cans of garbanzo beans, also called chickpeas, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, ground cumin, which is what we call a spice or a way to give your dish more flavor, salt, pepper, and some water. We'll also need a food processor or blender, spatula, bowl, strainer, can opener, cutting board and knife, and a tablespoon. I would also recommend that you have an adult help you with this recipe, as it uses some equipment that could be challenging to use on your own. First, start by washing your hands with warm water and soap for 20 seconds. Make sure you are actually washing your hands for 20 seconds. You could sing the Happy Birthday song twice, or the ABC song. Make sure to scrub in between your fingers and your fingernails. To start this recipe, we open each can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans with the can opener. Once these are open, we're going to dump each can of chickpeas into the strainer. Make sure that the strainer is already in the sink before you dump the cans into it. Next, wash off the chickpeas with water, specifically cold water. Canned beans, like chickpeas or garbanzo beans, can have a lot of added salt to help increase how long they stay in their can without going bad. Sometimes we want to use the liquid in the can for cooking, but today for this recipe, we want to wash that liquid and extra salt off. Once the water is drained out of the strainer, we're going to put the chickpeas into the food processor. Next, we're going to peel our garlic. Now, this is a bulb or head of garlic. The cloves are the individual sections attached to the bulb. For this recipe, we want 2 of these individual sections or cloves. To peel them, we're going to use the smash method. Take your cutting board and put the cloves on it. Then, take your knife and press down on the side of the clove. Then, take the palm of your hand and press down on the side of the knife. Your clove should then be a bit smashed. Then, simply take the skin off and voila, we have peeled garlic. We're going to repeat that with the second clove. Again, after it's smashed, take off that skin. The skin may stick to your fingers a little bit. Once the skin is off both cloves, we're going to put these whole cloves right into the food processor with the chickpeas. Then add a tablespoon and a half of the ground cumin. When you're using tablespoons and other measuring utensils, you want to make sure that it's a flat surface before you put the ingredient into your recipe. So that's 1 tablespoon. And I'm just going to approximate a half. Next, we're going to put 4 tablespoons of olive oil into the food processor. Then, put 3 tablespoons of lemon juice into the food processor. Finally, we're going to add a very small amount of salt and pepper into the food processor. And then add a little bit of water to make sure it blends up nicely in the food processor. Once all of your ingredients are in, put the top of the food processor on and press start. It might be a little loud once the machine is blending. You want your hummus to be smooth and not to have any chunks. If it's too thick, you might need to stop the food processor and add a little more water. Once your hummus is done, take your spatula and use it to put your hummus into your bowl. Hummus is typically used as a dip. I like to dip pita bread into my hummus or cut up vegetables such as carrots or red bell pepper. You can also use hummus on sandwiches, which is super yummy. You can use hummus instead of things like mayo or mustard. Now that we've made our hummus, I want to take this opportunity to chat a little bit about a tool called MyPlate. Have you ever seen or heard about MyPlate? MyPlate is a tool that we can use to make sure that we eat healthy every day. MyPlate has 5 different food groups: vegetables, fruits, grains, protein, and dairy. One of the tips that we say to use MyPlate is to make your plate have fruits and vegetables each day. Based on the plate I have in front of me, can you identify a vegetable? You're right! Red pepper and carrots are vegetables. Did you know that vegetables contain a nutrient called fiber that helps keep our stomachs full for longer and helps keep our digestive tract healthy? How about a grain item on my plate? Nice work! The pita bread is a grain item. Grain items are typically made from plants, such as wheat, corn, and rice, among others. I don't have any fruits on my plate, but can you name one of your favorite fruits? One of my favorite fruits is an apple. Did you know that fruits contain tons of vitamins and minerals that are very important to keep your mind and body healthy? How about a protein food? Does our hummus have any protein foods in it? Yes, beans! Beans are an excellent protein food. Some other protein foods are chicken, pork, and beef. Protein foods help our muscles grow big and strong. Lastly, the dairy category on my plate. There aren't any dairy items on my plate or in the hummus, but some examples of dairy items are milk, yogurt, and cheese. These foods are rich in a mineral called calcium, which helps our bones and teeth stay strong. Thanks so much for taking the time to join me today. Enjoy your hummus and know that it's helping make your brains ready for school lessons at home. Make sure to check in frequently for other videos of how to make simple recipes at home. Have a great day!